You understand why they're both here, about their defenses.
Well, the kick was in the air, holding on the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal. Receivers will keep the ball. First down.
That pins Pittsburgh inside the 10.
Well, what did Jim just look at this? Now the Ravens got the game where they want it. They got Pittsburgh back up. It's about field position. Now your defense has to do its job to help out the offense.
Ward remains out of the lineup. So they call on Willie Parker. That was Brandon Penny on the tackle, but 4 yards picked up by Parker.
You know, I had a chance to talk to Willie Parker, and he just said struggled so much. Had a MCL, the inside of his knee was hurting him, and he struggled with it. And Mike Tomlin said to him about midseason, "Don't worry, I'll take care of you. I'll get you ready." And he rested him, and we saw last week how rested he was and how good he can be when he's at full strength.
See it.
Second and 6, Parker. That's Jim Leonard running up quickly.
How about that? He can return, he can play terrific pass defense, and how quick was he coming off the edge to stop that run?
Well, he's a guy signed as a free agent in the offseason. They really didn't know what they had when they picked him up. Fourth-year man out of Wisconsin. Here he comes.
Down the line?
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's what he is. He's a blitzer from the outside, took the perfect angle, made the play.
Ward is back out there now. He's at the bottom of your screen. There he is. The Corey Ivy defending him. Third and 5. That's to Miller, and a diving catch by the tight end for the first. Good for 18.
What we say, the number one thing for the Baltimore defense, keep him in the pocket. In that time, does he get the catch? Yes, hands underneath it. Heath Miller, he is truly a tight end that can do it all. Catch the football, terrific blocker. But the Ravens, they said it, he's not good when he gets outside the pocket against the Ravens. He's great.
A drive that started back at the 9 is out to the 33. Roll out, Roethlisberger, Washington, and a good chunk of yardage picked up on first down. Give him 8.
You know, keep moving the pocket. If you're worried about the pass rush and blitzes, what do you do for the quarterback? You keep changing where he's at. Moving to the outside, dropping back short, dropping back deep. And that's a good job by Bruce Arians, mixing it up for Ben Roethlisberger and the offensive line.
Interesting, Ward was out there for that one play, but
didn't look good. Running down, I watched him run down the field.
So these last 2 snaps, he's back out. Second and short, falls out. Recovered by the Ravens. Recovered by Jim Leonard. Stripped by Ray Lewis.
Boy, so many times, Ray Lewis and these defenders, we call them free runners. They come in untouched, unblocked, and when they do, they make the most of it.
Come on,
Here comes Ray Lewis
that's
across the formation and just hits, and he's a big man, hits him hard. Oh, and he puts his right arm, just punches the ball out.
Yes, he did. Just knocked it right out, punched it right out.
As a running back, you cannot let that happen. You got to have that football tight to your body, elbow, arm behind it. You see it's loose, and that's why it comes out.
Ray Lewis, who told us last night he doesn't wear his Super Bowl ring. He says, I don't wear it. I've said I'm not going to wear it. I've avowed that I won't until I get a second one.
Fucking bullshit! Fucking bullshit! Fucking bullshit!
That's McGahee with Clayton.
Let me there, man!
Stiff arm on
Fucking was
Taylor.
there earlier than everybody, man.
For about
This is bad
7.
gameplay, yo. The way that this froze me out the game.
And that's McGahee, yard shy of a first. How about McGahee, though, giving them a late surge here in the season?
Well, so often, Willie Parker, hurt. When they come back, and same with Willis McGahee.
This shit is crazy.
They come back, they got those fresh legs. They're as fast now as they were in training camp. And I think that's one of the reasons why we'll see McGahee a little more today.
Unbalanced line, 3rd down and 1. They go no huddle. They come out into short yardage with no one behind
It's
Flacco.
got to be a quarterback sneak. He didn't
Timeout.
like it. Good job.
Could have been right here when Nakamura hit him from behind.
Well, he hit him on the right side of his lower back. That shot would have been the one probably that caused that discomfort.
Back to a big play. 3rd and 1 Ravens. Looking for their first down. And, I tell you what, Woodley may not even realize that his body shielded and stopped the forward progress of McGahee. Foot was in there, Ferrier, that linebacking group. They pushed him back, maybe stopped him short.
Well, Troy Polamalu over the top. Lamar Woodley just...
Yeah, Woodley just backing him in.
He is short. And that's it. Throw your body into the running lane. And there's no doubt that I think the Baltimore Ravens will go for it on 4th down. And it also makes you understand why Joe Flacco called timeout and said, I'm not running that quarterback sneak because I don't think he would have made it either.
Got a full yard to go. Adam Terry comes in for reinforcement on the Raven line.
Unbalanced line to the left.
Here's the sneak. Flacco, second chance, second effort. And it looks like they're going to mark him short of it. Polamalu was the first to come over the top.
Quarterbacks, you just got to give the offensive line a chance to make the surge. When you just go in there behind them, you lose all your power and leverage. So let them separate. Joe Flacco goes right with them. There's no power behind this.
Look at Polamalu over the top.
Oh my gosh, he's got him no surge, and he stopped way short, but a late surge, and it still looks from that angle he's going to be short.
This is going to be short by a good bit here.
Well, you got McClain, such a big running back, and a big offensive line.
McClain has not had a carry.
And everybody is seeing these quarterback sneaks all over the league, and a lot of them don't work.
So the Ravens still denied a single first down.
Yeah, you got to step back, and if he went over the right guard right off of his block, he's going to pick up the first down. But Pittsburgh, they said, well, it's a quarterback sneak. They send everybody over the center.
Back on the field, as you see.
Casey Hampton, hard to move him out of there no matter what, especially in a situation like that.
Polamalu, and look who's in the quarterback. It's Roethlisberger. Final 35 seconds of the first quarter. And it's Parker. Brought down by Nata after 2.
On the play, looked like he was going to cut it back and get some good yardage that time.
Parker's lost fumble, his first since December 2007, but it does not cost them any points. Baltimore unable to take advantage. Boy, that was a long quarter in a lot of respects. Real time, I'm talking about. We're about to start the second quarter here, and first downs, 3-0. That's it. None for the Ravens in 13 plays. Each team turned it over once.
Jim, you know it. We've talked to so many people on both teams. We thought both teams were very confident that they were going to find ways to get some big offensive plays.
Hines Ward back out there, takes the catch, maybe loses a yard. Call it no gain. Trevor Price back on that Raven defense.
It looks like so far, just the fact that these two teams know each other so well, they've just got more contempt for each other than they had in the past. And it is a very heated rivalry when you talk about this division. It's you do everything for your football team during the offseason to beat this opponent. The Steelers, they worry about the Ravens, and the Ravens, well, you find ways to build your football team to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mike Tomlin said it would be a big game if it was just a scrimmage. That's what they feel about one another. 3rd down and 9. They're bringing everybody. Stepping away from it, Roethlisberger throws off balance, has Holmes. Holmes cuts back middle past Walker. Sidesteps another hit. Miller down there leading the charges. Washington's going to throw a block, and Holmes has taken it in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking this one away from Holmes. What a couple of nifty moves and some great downfield blocking.
Yeah, it was a blitz by the Ravens defense. And Ben Roethlisberger once again getting extra time, moving in the pocket. And when you're blitzing, you got to spread your guys out. You got to stay in your lanes. You look like you're covering the receivers, but when you let the quarterback move, that's Fabian Washington. Too tough of a job to run all around the field with the wide receiver.
How about Roethlisberger's throw? Off balance, off his back foot, injured again. Reed adds the extra point. 13-0 Pittsburgh. You know, Roethlisberger had the big play to Ward on the first drive of the game. That was on 3rd and 12, went for 45 yards. This one on 3rd and 9 goes for the touchdown. The 3rd and longs, they did it last week to San Diego. Doing it to the Ravens, gets past Figures. Madison down there on the coverage, and they pin the Ravens back at the 12.
Well, Jim, let's look at the touchdown. You're the defenders. Watch everybody on the field, the receivers for the Steelers. Here comes the blitz by the Baltimore Ravens. Nobody close to being open. Roethlisberger moves around. He throws it, and we saw in the first game, receivers uncovering while the football is in the air.
This point right here is starting to look a lot like that run back he had last week against the Chargers, isn't it? The last 20 yards.
Same spot, same
pylon down that same sideline.
And look at that coverage by Fabian Washington. Terrific. You got to blame that on the defensive front for allowing the quarterback to have that much time.
It's McGahee. Ravens may have their first down. Their first 4 possessions. An uninspired punt, pick, punt, and turning it over on downs after Lewis forced a fumble and set them up on the Pittsburgh side of the field.
Of course, there's no reason to panic if you're the Baltimore Ravens. Your defense has gotten itself in some pretty good positions, just not making the plays. Your offense has just got to quit making mistakes.
Okay, they're moving early, so they were inches shy of a first.
False start, number 71, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
All of us at CBS Sports sending along our best wishes to our great friend, great man, Dr. Miles Brand. Now here's McGahee. Fighting, and the pile is pushed back. It'll be 3rd and about 2.
Well, I've said it a few times today, the Baltimore Ravens, everybody kind of has the same way of playing this offense. They all get up there worried about the run, they try to stop it, and then they let Joe Flacco throw one-on-one passes to Derek Mason, and they hit him at a very high percentage in those situations. Today, the Steelers not coming up, taking away those first down throws, and making it very difficult on this Baltimore offense.
Let's see what Cam Cameron sends in. You saw him, the coordinator. McGahee, and the delay stutter step move by McGahee allows him to find a seam and allows Baltimore to move the chains for the first time.
Yeah, it's not a surprising call at all. Play it safe and conservative and just keep waiting this game out. James Ferrier, nice tackle that time. But you don't want to put the football in Joe Flacco's hand against a blitzing defense that's fast, that can create confusion, and if you throw it inside, there's a good chance you're going to get in trouble.
Ray Rice is flanking Flacco. They come out of the gun now on 1st down. It's Rice. He is decked by Woodley.
He's back.
And they played it twice, and they're in the same division. They know how fast this team is.
Dick LeBeau, much heralded defensive coordinator for the Steelers, the oldest coach in the NFL at 71. There is a flag.
I didn't know this shit was good, man.